Calvin Johnson once again disrespects the Lions, and for the first time I heard him disrespect Matthew Stafford. He was on All the Smoke podcast, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson podcast with Showtime. It's on YouTube as well. And basically he said he wished he played with Aaron Rodgers, the name one quarterback. And that's like the death blow to a lot of Lions fans. To me personally, the only worst thing he could say than that was the Bears or the Cowboys. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Excuse me, share the video. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. And he didn't even like take a minute to think. He said Aaron Rodgers. He said whenever they played them and he would be on our sideline, he said he would tell Megatron Rodgers that he need to come over to Green Bay. And Megatron said, I wish. So at the end of the day, Calvin Johnson legitimately hated the Detroit Lions. I think Barry Sanders, he a little bit more reserved than Calvin. And that's saying something because Calvin is reserved as well. And I think he would feel the same way as an organization that wasted his best years. It's like basketball. This was basketball. Calvin Johnson would have been gone. And basketball is like, you don't take the punishment that you take in football. When you're winning, the knick-knack injuries in football, it's nothing. I can take them, you know what I'm saying? But when you're losing, every little ache hurt just as much. And you losing all these games in the ankle, that if it was a big game or if you was winning, that's hurting. When you losing, I ain't playing. But when you winning, you can run all day on that ankle. And then losing just beats you down in football. It legitimately is your daddy. Because, you can put up so many phenomenal numbers and with the Lions, but nobody noticing. Calvin Johnson should have went down as the greatest receiver of all time. He should have broke every Randy Moss, Jerry Rice record. Had he had time. Had he had Aaron Rodgers. Had he had Peyton Manning. Had he had one of those guys, the legacy of football would be a lot different. You also could say had you dropped guys like Andre Reed and Marvin Harrison and Steve Largent, and you drop some of those older receivers that were good and that's kind of getting overlooked, Michael Irvin, you drop them in this era, they probably, with how much they passed, they probably triple or double their production. You probably be calling Michael Irvin the GOAT. Jerry Rice would by far, be the GOAT. He put up amazing numbers throughout his entire career. Older Rice with the Raiders, younger Rice. You put Jerry Rice in Montana in this era, Jerry Rice probably break every record. He probably catch 3,000 yards. He probably had 3,000 yards. Joker probably would have had 30 touchdowns in his prime. An older Jerry Rice probably had 2,500 yards. 16, 18, 19 touchdowns easy. You know what I'm saying? Rich Gannon, Tim Brown, him. Easy. Tim Brown would go down as probably like the second or third greatest receiver of all time. So is Megatron. You drop him in this era with Aaron Rodgers, it's over with. When he came into the league and they comparing his numbers to DK Metcalf, it was two different leagues. He had Roy Williams. He had other receivers, but the league is a lot different than it is now. Now you can't jam. Now you can't touch these guys. You can't hold these guys. 5-yard chuck. And they changed it to big and more offensive league, and defenses is still reigning supreme. And if you got a lot of Lions fans got mad at Calvin Johnson. He hasn't reached out to Kenny Galladay, and he doesn't care about, when you look at the organization and they recoup $1 million after they made that money on his jersey alone, I don't want to be synonymous with this organization that took me from being the greatest receiver of all time, and now some people say I'm in the top 10 discussion. Come on. I should be the best with my athleticism. The Lions beat him down so bad. He said when he looked at Jeff Samardzija, he was a receiver at Notre Dame, and he playing he pitching in the league. He's a marginal pitcher, but he making the money that Calvin Johnson made, maybe a little bit more. He said, I wish I would have played football. He legit said that. He said, I wish I legitimately played football because of the abuse legitimately played baseball because of the abuse I took in football. But if he was winning, he wouldn't be talking about that. But Calvin Johnson probably still be playing if he was winning. He played with Aaron Rodgers, he still would be winning. And one of the reasons why you get guys like this is the stupid franchise tag. Take that junk out the game. You should not be franchise tagged at all. Once you complete your contract, you should be able to go wherever you want to go. And if that was the case, Barry Sanders would have been gone at this rookie year. Calvin Johnson would have been gone. And maybe it would have forced the Lions to treat their players better. Bill, Sheila, Martha, they terrible owners. Terrible. And then, when you come to Detroit, it's like some slave owner mentality. You know, you be like, well, just trade me somewhere I want to go. Then nope, if you play for us or not. Nah, Bill Belichick don't care about that. He'd flip Tom Brady and flip Rob Gronkowski to Tampa Bay. He flipped them dudes. In Detroit, it's like, you play for us and nobody. And they know they sorry. They know they not trying to put a winner on the field. That's why Kenny Galladay going about it the way he going about it. And people get mad at Kenny Galladay. No, I'm not about to bust my butt out here for the Lions and they not, really doing it. But, you look at him taking a shot at Matthew Stafford like that. I mean, Stafford just trash. Straight up and down. That's basically what he's saying. Stafford is trash. I'm tired of playing with this bum, this vagabond. He wasn't no good, and he's still not no good. He like 5-75 versus teams above 500. He still ain't no good. So my thing is with Matthew, you ain't no Aaron Rodgers. If Calvin Johnson had Aaron Rodgers, oh my God. And Stafford been allowed to be here for 12 years and lose. 12 years and lose. That makes no sense. And that got to be the ultimate swipe at Stafford. It ain't like he said Stafford wasn't good, this, that, and the third. But he ain't never really endorsed Matthew Stafford neither. How, Darius Slay said, number 9 is the truth. Or you get somebody like, I don't know who else left and say, number 9, Golden Tate love number 9. He said he said that he just played for the Lions and that's why he ain't good. But you don't never hear that from Calvin Johnson. You don't never hear Calvin Johnson, praise Matthew Stafford to come out the woodwork and say, like Golden Tate, well, he need to be in a better organization. You don't never hear that. You don't never hear that from Calvin Johnson. He retired because of the organization. Maybe he retired because of Stafford. Stafford would throw some balls to get him jacked up. So, it's a situation where a lot of people get mad for what he said. And out of all the teams, dude, in Detroit, you can't say Chicago, you can't say Green Bay, and you can't say the Cowboys. He said the Cardinal sin team, the Packers. But can you blame them? You sit here, you gave your body to this city, you gave your body for this team, and then they recoup your signing bonus, $1 million. They can make that back off Calvin Johnson jerseys. And they still ain't mended that relationship with Calvin Johnson. Still ain't. So a lot of Lions fans probably gonna be mad at him. I'm not. Because it ain't his fault that we ain't win here. And partially it's not really Stafford's fault. The organization is just not that good. It's terrible. If you think you put him with, you just think about him and Rodgers, you think about, what if, some of these, Tim Brown, Jerry Rice, Steve Largent, played in this era. Calvin Johnson got to play in this past happy era. Think about that for a minute. Just, what if, Larry Fitzgerald didn't waste the first half of his career with sorry quarterbacks? The NFL got to get rid of the franchise tag. Straight up and down. I can see if you can franchise tag somebody when they on their second contract. I can see that, but you coming a rookie, you should be able to have destiny where you're going. Straight up and down, but him and Green Bay would have gave the Lions hell. Would have gave the Lions absolute hell. And I know Ndamukong Suh got the walk. I think he walked out this rookie deal. And I know Calvin Johnson looked at him like, I wish I can do that and pick where I wanted to go. Because Calvin Johnson would have got with Aaron Rodgers. He would have went down perhaps easily the greatest wide receiver. He would have broke every record Randy Moss and Jerry Rice had. And you think about what if a young Randy Moss got with Tom Brady? Think about that. What if a young Randy Moss got with Tom? Man, it's a lot of what ifs. But if Rice played in this era, Rice would probably be Rice and Irvin and Andre Reed, and they would go down. A lot of these, the league will look a lot different. Some guys was born like 10 or 15 years too late. But let me know what you guys think about Calvin Johnson saying he wished Aaron Rodgers was his quarterback. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links in the description. We got a Facebook group. Check me out on Sportscastr. That link's in the description. There's a new platform like YouTube for sports. Check it out. You want to make a financial donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Cash App in the description. But best way to donate, share the video, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check my other channels out, Goodfellas Sports TV and Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. Appreciate the love, support. We done.